Wife not supportive of changes.
I'm not exactly sure where to start with this. My wife, F36, and I, M38, have been married for 5 years, and over the past 4.5 years we have kind of let ourselves go a little bit with beer, pizza, etc. I found out earlier this year that I have high blood pressure, genetic, and decided to make some changes. I started working out every day during my lunch at work, changed up my diet a little bit, and cut down on the drinking. I never asked my wife to make any changes or to do anything different. Now that I've lost some weight, put on a good amount of muscle, and I'm seeing results from the gym and my cardio, I'm proud of what I've done. I am not allowed to talk about it around my wife or bring anything up about weight loss or working out because she says it makes her feel bad about herself. I know she isn't happy with her body and she could be doing exactly what I'm doing but chooses not to. So, I just go about my day with my meal prepping, working out, and I work. That's pretty much all I do. She doesn't want to hear about any of it. I don't know how to approach her and let her know that it kind of sucks that she isn't supportive at all because it turns into a fight. I know it's about her insecurities that she gets upset. Like I said, I'm not asking her to do anything, but a little support would be nice. How can I explain this to her without hearing "you're making me feel bad" and in turn, making myself feel bad for being a better me?
You basically need to have a talk with her about how this is affecting you and her and see how you as a team can support each other, because lifestyle changes aren't easy, and if you aren't on the same page may both end up resentful. Just be honest. Say exactly what you said. You're happy with the changes you made. You have no expectations of her doing the same, but her lack of support is disheartening. If it is about her insecurities, then she needs to address those, whether that is getting on the shred train as one commenter so eloquently put it, LOL, or maybe speaking with a counselor.
I suggest that you have a conversation with your wife. A honest heart-to-heart. It could be something thighs. Pet name or name if that is how you two address each other. We need to talk about the elephant in the room. I understand and see how the recent changes I have made can be affecting you. It was never my intent to make you feel bad about yourself while I do this. I'm sorry for it coming off that way. I will work to try and not present it that way in the future. But what I need herein is support in doing this. I didn't make this change lightly. I made these changes because of my health and blood pressure. I hope she is aware of your health issues. It isn't easy keeping this lifestyle up for the sake of my health when you are telling me that I make you feel bad when I am seeking encouragement from you. When I bring it up, it's not because I want you to change. It's because I'm seeking the encouragement to continue keeping myself healthy.
How is your blood pressure? Address this as reducing it and working on doing that. You want some validation from her, a pat on the back so to speak. What it can look like is you looking for approval/appreciation. Look at how much I have achieved. So she may well feel it is you actually saying that she isn't working hard enough, that she is letting you down. She may feel attacked by you bringing it up. Her insecurities are clearly an issue for her. You say she could do something about it, but can she? Can she take time off at lunch to exercise? Does she make her own lunch? Perhaps instead of her needing to do things, look at what you can do together.
Just ask her what you can do to help her. If she wants you to. That you appreciate it isn't as easy for her and you want to do her meal prep. Plan her lunches and go for a walk in the evening, do some exercise together. Maybe ask if she wants to get matching fitness watches. Also explain that you are doing this because of your blood pressure so she knows it isn't so you can look good in gym clothes. Well, not only that, it might be a good idea to find someone you can talk to about these things. Maybe a friend who likes the gym? You can talk to your wife, but she is probably going to keep feeling badly that she's not making the same changes, so it might be a good idea to find support elsewhere. A spouse doesn't have to be all things to you. She's likely depressed and doesn't like her body and health. She undoubtedly knows she needs to make changes. With people like her, it often takes a kick in the butt to get going. You responded to yours when you got your high blood pressure news. It might take something like that for her to become properly motivated. Reassure her that you still love her the same and want her to feel as good as you do and will do anything to support her, if and when she gets on board with dieting and exercise. If she ultimately chooses not to ever make changes, that's on her and her alone.
Your wife is just spiteful that now she has to put in effort herself bc she's seen you become healthier.
She needs to be working on these insecurities without displacing frustration onto you. It's also weird how she has bad insecurities, but chooses to do nothing about them. I had a friend who had gastric bypass and lost a ton of weight, felt better, so she started going out and living her life. A few years later, her and her husband got divorced because he didn't want to go out and do all that stuff with her. They had changed as people, and there's nothing wrong with that. They were in different places in their separate lives. Good luck to you.
You might not like it, but I needed this change. Otherwise I would be dead the way we were headed.
You guys have had this fun lifestyle of drinking beer and eating whatever you wanted, and now you went the opposite direction, and maybe she feels a little lonely losing that part of you. You talking about it is likely a reminder of what she is lacking in herself. I'm sure it has nothing to do with you. It's nice to hear words of encouragement, but is it really necessary? If you bring it up, then it's going to be forced encouragement, not because she wants to. And do you actually want that? I say just keep getting healthy and make sure you guys are substituting your pizza and beer nights for other activities and dates, so you guys have other ways of bonding. It's not about you. Just continue letting her know how much you love her, and keep taking care of yourself. She's giving you very clear signals that she can't do this for you. You're trying to push past them. I don't think that's going to go well for you. Seek external validation about health stuff from people who can give it to you. Your wife can't meet every emotional need you have, and you can't make her do it. It's called psychological reactance. If you really don't need her to change, leave her be. Let her come to you about it. Leading by example without pushing the point is the best thing you can do for this situation. Could part of it be that she's scared that you might leave her for better looking woman, now that you've lost weight and gained some muscle? It's her fault she feels bad. Maybe she should work out too. Glad I'm not married though, because I'd be pretty blunt about it. I'm sure I'm going to be downvoted for this, but I'm going to be completely honest here. She is proud of you. Trust me. But it can be extremely annoying to have someone talk about their weight loss journey or working out all the time. Even my sister, who works out 365 days a year, knows it's annoying. There's a reason they have all those memes that say, "Does it really count if you worked out if you don't post about it?" If she loves you, she is proud of you. That goes without saying. IDK what it is with people dieting and working out that makes it so insufferable to hear constantly. Keep up the good work. Perhaps reaffirming that you're not expecting her to do the same things, and expressing that you love her how she looks and for who she is regardless of the changes going on in your life will make her feel a bit more secure. Sometimes it's easier for someone to motivate, compliment you if they feel they are getting the same treatment. Also, another thing to point out is maybe her love language isn't words of affirmation. Maybe it's difficult for her to express if she's proud of you through words. Of course, some support from your spouse would be nice. Maybe there are ways such as meal prepping together, etc., that'll work better for both of you. You two have been married for 5 years. Now you have decided to make changes that are better for yourself. You wish your wife would make the changes for herself as well. Since it doesn't seem like the two of you can do it together, and she doesn't want to support you and congratulate you on your changes, then you have more than just weight loss to think about. If she's unwilling to support you in this and unwilling to work together with you for the betterment of both of you, then what else down the road is she going to be unwilling to support you in and unwilling to work with you on for the betterment of your relationship together? You may find yourself having to rethink your current situation and possibly move on. It also doesn't seem like couples therapy is going to be in the cards for you and your wife. So what other choice is there except to split up and move on? I could conceivably see a situation arising where you are getting yourself healthier and looking good and your home life is not improving and in fact might be getting worse. That's a very tempting situation as far as infidelity goes. It definitely wouldn't be the first time where a person got looking really good and got a new attitude about themselves and met another person who was very supportive and very interested in them, and it led to other things. She could be mad at herself for not having the energy or initiative to put in the work that you have. Tell her you love her all the same. Maybe you can eventually inspire her to try a few things you're doing for her health, not her looks. I'm also curious if you and her have equal opportunities in your day-to-day life to make these changes. You said she is depressed, so that's one extra hurdle she has to battle already. What about household labor and work things? Does she take on more of the household work or so that evenly split? Is her work more demanding in terms of time and or has less flexibility than yours? I'm asking this to suss out if it might be harder to make this transition for her and therefore feel more out of reach, adding to her resentment and overwhelming her as to how to even start. If any of that is true, maybe you can ask to see what you could take off her plate that would make it easier for her to join you on this journey.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.